Yeah, that's right. You're tuning in to the More For Me and You podcast. That's real interviews, real movie reviews, real people, real journeys. If you real, lock in. I've been working all night, early in the morning. If you hustle high, hustle, you can never waste a moment. That's more for me and you. 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 Let's go.
Hey everyone, it's Brian, and welcome back to the More For Me and You podcast, brought to you by the free streaming service Mometu. You can find Mometu for free on Roku, Fire TV, your smart TVs, Apple and Android devices, anywhere you consume content. Go download Mometu. It's More For Me and You. And today's episode, I have a very special guest. Some would call him good, some would call him grand, and some may even call him wonderful. But I like to call him great. And that is because his name is Stoney the Great. Welcome to the podcast studio, my friend.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm so honored to have you here. Thank you for spending some time with us. You were in LA. I hit you up and I was like, dude, you got to come on the podcast. We got to talk.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that you were able to come. So thank you very much again.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate it. I always I will never turn down a good yap session.
For sure. And I know I can yap, and I know you can too.
Yeah.
We love to talk. Love to talk about movies. Love to talk about just independent creators.
Yeah.
And one thing I'd love to talk about though is why you're out here. You came out here for Halloween Horror Nights. How was that for you?
Yeah, Universal. They brought me out here for the opening ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool because it was my first time going to Halloween Horror Nights, and you would think as a horror fan I would have been like plenty of times.
Yeah.
I ain't never been before, and the Florida one or here.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say, does Florida have one that's
They do.
similar?
Yeah,
You just haven't gone.
they just haven't gone.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, and this is always a timing thing. It's
Mhm.
like just the timing is always. And October is just a busy month for me too.
Yeah.
So it was nice that they hit me up for the opening ceremony, so I can come in September,
Yep,
get it over with. It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like the end of October can get busy.
hmm
Either I'm out of the country or whatever, but then also like before, I would say pre kids, I had a lot of more time for Halloween and Halloween parties and all that stuff. Now it's like, okay, I know that I have either that Thursday, Friday, or Saturday is always going to be trick or treating.
hmm
You got neighborhood things like get-togethers. It is just always crazy and hectic. It is nice, however, that they do this event for you guys as creators
Yeah,
early.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing spooky season in September. So
yeah.
what was
It was the opening thing, so it was the first day for the
Yeah.
real thing. So
Mhm.
we were there with like general admission stuff like that, but they gave us like express passes, access to the red carpet for pictures, and
It's awesome.
so we were pretty much able to just like breeze through the lines at all of the houses. And I'm pretty sure they did that mostly so we could like drop reviews and on the different houses and like say which one.
It would be pretty messed up if you like had to wait 2 hours in a line
Yeah,
after an event that you weren't
because-
invited to.
Yeah, if I did, then Terrifier House alone would have basically took my whole night.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wait time was 240 minutes.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Opening night, that makes sense.
Right.
I mean, I've definitely waited like 90 minutes to 2 hours at times.
Yeah.
And this is, I mean, again, this was years ago. Like, I couldn't even imagine what it is right now, especially with horror just being so popular right now. Not just from a major studio standpoint, but a lot of independent horror that's coming out recently that just taking everything, especially Terrifier. I mean,
Yeah.
to have Terrifier as one of the haunted houses,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Especially when you like been following the Terrifier franchise since day one,
Mm-hmm.
like from All Hallows Eve,
Yeah.
before the first Terrifier movie when Art the Clown was first introduced.
Yep.
When when you look at that, and then you look at the extremely low budget Terrifier 1 from 2016, and just how 80s B movie mom and pop VHS store overly gory that movie was,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way that you could have told me 9 years ago
Yep.
that this clown would be like the new leader of new school horror on a grand scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's just knowing, like, following Art the Clown from day one to now it's been crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your favorite moment at the Horror Nights? Like, what was your favorite thing about it? Like, whether it be one of the mazes or maybe an experience that you had? What was the favorite thing about that night?
One of my favorite things about that night definitely was the Monstros house.
Okay.
That was the ghost of Latin America. Apparently, it was something that they started doing 3 years ago, and this was Monstros 3. And unfortunately, this is the last year they're doing it. But that was the best house at Halloween Horror Nights, bro.
What was what made it stand out?
It was, for one, it was actually scary.
Okay.
You know,
Like jump scares or like
yeah,
what
just
kind
everything. Like
yeah.
the props and the aesthetic and the acting and all that stuff were great at all the houses. But because it is a family friendly event, they can't really go too hard on the scares. I don't think they gave a damn with the Monstros house because they went all in. Like they had animatronics eating people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like there was an animatronic that literally had a living woman in its mouth,
That is
and she was
wild.
like reaching for our help. That was crazy.
I mean, international horror is definitely on another level.
Always has been.
Yeah.
It's always going to be.
Yeah. Well, I definitely need to check that out. I don't know if I can make it there, especially with a 3-year-old. I don't know if that's proper for him, but
No.
I'll see if I can see if I can get a moment and get some friends up there to go. But that's awesome. You got a chance to go there and experience that, especially for the first time. That's,
Yeah.
That you having. Are you going to go to the one in Orlando now?
Maybe not this year because of time.
Yeah.
My
True.
my birthday is this month.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So pretty much, bro, from this trip till like the end of October, I'm
You're
cooked.
just super busy.
Yeah, I'm deep fried.
Cool. Well, for those that have not heard this podcast before, we talk about people's journeys at the beginning. And one thing I'd love to do, especially for people that are either having success now or are on the way to their rise to success, whatever it may be, across their journey. We've had, I think, 27 episodes now. 27, about to release 28. No, 28. It'll be 28 by the time this episode drops. So 28 episodes, you'll be to number 29. It's just crazy to see the spectrum of people's journeys. We typically see what people are doing at their peak, or what is going on today that obviously they know you for. We love to go back in time to be able to say, hey, like, who are you growing up? Like, where are you from? And kind of give a little bit of context to the story of Stoney the Great. So let's go back. Your journey. Where are you from? Kind of where'd you grow up? And who were you as a kid? Like, and developed into who you are today.
Well, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, specifically Decatur. I'm from the east side. Growing up, well, I'm an only child.
Okay.
So that really kind of plays a major,
For sure.
I guess, role
Yeah.
in like who I like grew up to be. My dad was a huge movie fan, mainly horror. That was like his thing. Horror movies, martial arts films.
Apple doesn't fall far from
It
the tree in
doesn't.
that
I got
sense.
that. I got that from him. I was telling Juju earlier. Shout out to Straw Hat Goofy. Growing up, a typical Saturday movie day for me and my dad would literally look like we start the day with Enter the Dragon. After that, we go to Superfly. After Superfly, we probably go to like New Jack City or Do the Right Thing. After New Jack City, Do the Right Thing, we throwing on a horror movie.
Very
Going
cool.
on Halloween, so it was like hood movie, blaxploitation 70s, old pimp movie, martial arts movie, horror movie. And that's just kind of how it went. And if we wasn't watching that, we was like watching his old rerun VHS tapes of like Super Friends and Thundercats that he filmed off the TV in the 80s, but he just kept boxes of VHS tapes. So my whole upbringing getting into movies was basically watching backlogs. While other people my age were only watching what was new on TV and what was new in the theaters, I was too, but I was digging through boxes of old VHS tapes like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's that? Like, I watched Eddie Murphy's Raw on a bootleg VHS tape that my dad like ripped off the TV.
Dude, the days of ripping things off TVs.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, I remember this like ripping off like with VHSs and obviously cassettes, getting the radio, like listen to the top 10 on cassette and have to do that so that you could hopefully, if you recorded it right, you can listen to that song again because that was the only way.
Right.
Unless you had the money to go buy the brand new cassette, which most people didn't. So like you got to get creative.
Yeah, I can honestly say a lot of the movies that I watched growing up were tapes that my dad like burned off TV, just commercials and all too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a 90s kid watching whole TV segments from the 80s because my dad recorded the whole thing. So I got really into the culture of film from the 80s on up through the 90s and even all the way back to the 70s as well. And it just kind of became my thing. You know, we didn't have a lot of money growing up, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
I didn't either. So
yeah, movies, like, bro, like, it was so bad sometimes, like, my dad would, like, sneak me and my mom in, and it was a matinee.
Oh, wow.
The
Yeah,
tickets was like $3. It's
yep.
like, but we still was sneaking in movie theaters and, like, just going to different screenings and,
Be like, Stoney, do you want popcorn today?
stuff like
You got
that.
to
So
go through the back.
yeah, so, and if he wasn't at a movie theater, he was at an arcade playing video games or something like that. Like, my whole upbringing was just video games and movies.
Yep. Same. Same. Yeah, my brother's a huge gamer. I didn't turn out to be the gamer that he is. So it's actually fun, like listening to your content and watching your content about like video game, because it's like gaming to me was like how I related to my brother.
Yeah,
like I wasn't the gamer, but like the conversations I have with him about gaming were always the things that we had in common. Like I only played certain games because he did. Like I remember playing like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter in the Round Table Pizza because he was just so good at it. And he would always kill me like every single time. Yeah. But he knew all the cheat codes, all the codes for like every single finisher, like for every character. Like he was that guy. Yeah.
Like I got good at Tekken because my dad was good at Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And at the time, we're talking like Mortal Kombat 2, 3, Mortal Kombat 4. So like not that kid friendly to like learn how to play, but Tekken super easy to learn. So I was just like, my dad good at Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna find my own fighting game and get good at it, Because I always wanted to be like, I wanted to beat my dad. You know what I'm saying? So while he mastered Mortal Kombat, I went and mastered Tekken. And I'll never forget the first time I ever challenged him to Tekken. I was like, hey, play me in this game. You always play Mortal Kombat. I whooped his ass. It's a great feeling as a boy to whoop your dad's ass in the video game. It was amazing.
What's crazy is that your relationship with your father was kind of like my relationship with my brother. Like he was only 4 years older, but like because you were an only child, your older brother in a sense was your dad.
It was my dad. Yeah. Like I was his little buddy.
Yeah,
because he didn't really have a lot of friends. Like my parents are from Birmingham, Alabama, but my dad moved to Atlanta because it was a much better city, and so when I was born, I'm literally the only person in my family from Atlanta. Everybody else is from Alabama.
Yep.
So out there in Atlanta, my dad didn't really have anybody, so I was his friend. I was his movie buddy. I was his gaming buddy. That was what I was. That was my role in life, and all of that stuff just became a part of who I am. And I just grew up loving movies and loving video games, and I never not loved them. It's always just been a thing. And unfortunately, I had ADHD my whole life, right? So my attention span was, I always tell people I got the attention span of a quarter. Like it's not going to get you far. It's not going to get you far. But I was always able to like lock in on a game or a movie and like break it down and would like learn so much stuff. And it's just like, I never knew that would pay off,
For sure.
Like everything that I was told, turn that game off, turn that TV off, It's funny how everything that I like got in trouble for because I did too much of it, or when I get put on punishment, that's the first thing that got taken away. It's funny how that stuff ended up being the reason why I can feed my family.
Yeah, I mean the content creation really turned the table.
Yeah,
like especially during COVID, people needed content, and it became like a thing where, I need to get content. Where can I get it from?
Yeah,
I'll get it from people just like me and you that can just do it on their phone or do it on their computer camera, because there are no more movies coming out right now. There are, it's just like, hey, we're stuck in our houses. Yeah.
And that's my biggest regret, that I didn't start making. My biggest regret is that I didn't start making content during the pandemic. That's my biggest regret. I would probably be
a little bit further along. Yeah.
Humbly speaking, I've done some amazing things in the 3-year time span that I've been in this space.
Yeah.
But I just know that if I had started in 2020 instead of 2022, totally different thing.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what was your inspiration to start creating content then?
So when TikTok was first blowing up during the pandemic, all I saw was like dancing videos and like goofy stuff. Like I didn't think nothing, I thought it was like a little fun little kid. I didn't see any real like content. You know what I mean? Like I still was going to YouTube for that. Like,
I saw the dancing videos, but I also saw just people just goofing around because they had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Right?
So like for like I guess I could say like structured or curated content, I still was going to YouTube. And then I found this guy. His name is Adorian Deck.
Okay. I don't know that name.
He's a great creator. He makes these videos like maps that would change your perception of time, or 13 crazy historical facts. He was the first person I saw on TikTok that was making like actual curated, structured content with like editing and transitions and the microphone and the setup. And I was like, So I kind of like fell down that rabbit hole of just watching his videos. And then, of course, when you start engaging with content, your algorithm starts to shape itself to what you engage with. And I was actually watching it on her phone when we were in Orlando one day. And that was when I re-downloaded TikTok, because I had TikTok before. And then I re-downloaded it, and I found that guy, followed him, and I just kept on scrolling through. And I started running into movie content creators. I started running into video game content. I was like, wait a minute, this is a whole nother side of TikTok I didn't even know existed. Okay, cool. So that was when I made my first video. January 5th, 2022 is a day I'll never forget. I made my first video. It was called How Is This Not a Horror Movie?
Okay.
And it was about the Matrix.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could see that as being.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, and I made a whole like a little 2-part series about like explaining the terrifying nature of the Matrix. And that was kind of how I got into like talking about movies on there. And then I just kind of kept doing it. I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know how to record, nothing.
You were just talking about what you loved.
Yeah, green screen looked horrible. Lighting was terrible. I was like over editing the videos and adding all these crazy like transitions and visual effects. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I was doing, dude.
No one did.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. And then like I started following creators like Movies and Stuff 14, my boy George, shout out to him. I started following Jay Stoobs. I started following Soups. And then that was when I ran into somebody who surprisingly is a good friend of mine now, Juju.
Yeah.
I started following Straw Hat Goofy.
Mr. Straw Hat Goofy.
Now mind you, like during this time, this is when he's like hosting the Oscars and like hosting his own screenings of the Batman with already 3 million followers, and I got like 12. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, like, I ain't gonna never be where that dude at. You know what I mean? Because it's like, look at like 3 million. I have like 12. You feel me? So like, how do you get to that point? And they just kept making videos, bro.
Just keep being you.
Just kept making videos. And then I made one video that blew up. Ironically, it had nothing to do with movies. It was this girl was saying, what's something that's a scam that's been so normalized that we don't realize it's a scam anymore? And I stitched it, and I was talking about credit. I said credit scores are a scam. And that video went crazy. That was my first like million view video. And I had at that time, by this time it was like June of 2022. So I had built about 6,000 followers, right? Within 2 days of me making that video, I had 10,000 followers.
Crazy. Where is that video now? Is it down in the bottom of
It's down in the freaking depths.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Could you do me a favor? Like
What?
when this episode drops, can you pin that to the top of your just to see like if people can re-see it? Like it'd be kind of fun to play with, like just throw it up for a day.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
pin it for a day just to see if
Yeah.
like when people hear this episode, like put it up for 24 hours and just see if it re-hits.
Yeah, I'll go see if it's down there. It should be down there.
It's got to be down there.
Yeah, I haven't been down there in a minute. That's the trenches, bro.
It's really fun to do that though. Like
gone
maybe
back.
not repin it, but like even just to take old videos and just be like, hey, look how far I've come or something like that, and throw it up on your story, right? Yeah, so much fun,
bro. I've remade videos that I made in like 2022. I was like, wow, this video sucked. I can do this topic way
Yep,
better.
Yep.
And like I've given old videos brand new life, bro.
Mhm.
And they perform great. You know what I'm saying? And I do that a lot off actually, like old videos. I kind of go back and like, retouch them up.
How did it feel, by the way? Like when you saw that 1 million+ views and you got the 10,000 followers, like
Yeah, I was tripping. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's
was
cool.
it at that moment you're like, hey, I could do this?
Nope.
No, still not that point.
Nope. Not there yet.
You're just still just having fun.
Just still doing it. I just thought it was fun, you know? I will say though, it is kind of crazy how my first year on TikTok, I ended my first year with over 200,000 followers.
Wow.
So like I went from 0 to 10K in the first half of the year. And between that 10K in June and December,
Yep.
200,000. I have no clue how.
It just shows that people resonate with your content.
Yeah,
I mean,
2020.
that's how it is. I mean, especially if you think about it from a perspective of you are consuming content, right? As you like things, as you click on things, as you share things, whatever, how TikTok works, and obviously the algorithm changes all the time, like every other day. It seems like sometimes every day. You get it built into like, obviously going to your FYP versus going to your friends, right? Like, and just like seeing how are things going to populate for me today.
Right.
It just shows that your content was resonating with an audience that is really involved in what you're doing.
Yeah. And I think what helped too is I was talking about horror movies.
Yep.
And I'm a black dude. And that's something you don't really see often ever, really. Hell, even when I was at Halloween Horror Nights, I genuinely believe that me and Juju were the only two black guys that were like there as creators who got invited. And he's not even a horror creator. He's just a movie creator, but like,
Yeah.
I was the only like black guy horror creator there. I know I'm not the only, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, I mean, there's 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. You,
Yeah.
Larry, who is Creature Pod or Creature Features, and then also Bobby, which is Bobbee. And Bobby is Watch Real Flicks.
I'm gonna have to connect with them.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Bobby's
connect with
dope. Larry's cool. He's got a lot of like really hot takes, but he's got a really, really deep depth of like classic horror knowledge as well. Really cool guy to talk to. But he just knows so much about, especially classic horror films. Like he knows a lot about all horror films, but classic horror content. Craig, you actually met him at the Mometu College Film Festival. He was able to make it down from. He's up in Northern California. So
That's what's up.
yeah, he's a cool dude. But yeah, Bobby also from Watch Real Flicks. Great content, very, very engaging content, and all about like loves horror films and independent films. So
Cool. I have to connect with them boys.
yeah. So going back to TikTok, as far as like the FYP and people finding you, do you typically stay true more to yourself, or do you sometimes see yourself following some trends as well? Like, are there any trends that you chase just because like a song's popping or a sound's popping or anything? Just staying true.
Never. I ain't never did that.
It's interesting to see how different creators grow their accounts.
I always approach my TikTok the way YouTubers approach their channels. I don't want popcorn content that's only relevant for that moment.
Yeah.
I want to create videos that if you discover me on your FYP and you like what you see and you go to my page and you want to see more, I want to make videos that will keep you entertained all the way back to 2023. You know? Videos that can still be watched and utilized and discussed in real time, even though I made it 3 years ago. You know, that's why I do a lot of like, I call it like game show style content, right? So like I'll, like today, I posted a video asking a question to the audience. I said, what are some non-horror movies that are scarier than actual scary movies, right? That's a conversation that you can have today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year,
For sure.
next 5 years.
Yeah.
That one video will never expire because it's always going to be relevant.
Because the conversation doesn't change, just the answer does.
Exactly.
And that's going to be different for each individual person.
And that's how I try to structure all of my content. That's, you know, like I would say like 80% of my content is recyclable things that you can go back to.
Yeah.
Then I have like my news type of content where I was like, oh, we just got a trailer for blah, 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 or freaking Scarface remake coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
something like that. Like I have like that news type of content that, of course, in 3 years, you're not going to go back and look at the announcement of the Scarface remake if it came out already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Open-ended niche
Yeah.
questions like that. I like that.
yeah, basically. And,
Yeah.
and a lot of my content's like that. I find Reddit posts and make videos off that discussion.
Smart.
I find tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my most viral videos start off with me saying, "So the tweet says." I'm like, "So the tweet says blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
So what it does is it makes the audience feel like they're a part of the discussion. So I've made plenty of videos that have sparked week-long debates between followers. Like I'm getting notifications about this same video because these two been arguing about this for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, one I was watching, it made me crack up. It was the smash or pass on Final Girls.
Hilarious video.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that same kind of concept done in different ways. Like
That was inspired by this dude who does the sports.
the football stuff. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot bro name. He's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. He does the
Yeah.
like NFL coaches' wives
Yeah.
or
The
college coaches'
WNBA.
wives. Oh my god.
He'll just start the video off, smash. Yes, Soy Sauce
There you
Sports.
go. Yeah.
Yes, that dude is amazing. He's hilarious. Shout out to you, bro. Like, yeah, he inspired.
Pass respectfully.
Yeah, like he inspired he inspired the Final Girl Smash or Pass video.
Such a smart concept.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's not about you specifically. It's like the whole horror talk community
Yeah,
thinks that way. Like
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, she's pretty. Like,
Yeah.
growing up for me, like, and she's not technically a final girl, but kind of. But Jessica Alba in Idle Hands, and it's like, she's like the only girl. But
yeah.
yeah. But it's like, when growing up though, you're like, you have these crushes in the horror. Like, if you're a horror fan, you have these crushes.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, let me look at it from a perspective of all the top 10 final girls and like and it is on a trend in a sense, like from one guy, but
Yeah.
not really everyone doing that. But
Yeah.
it's super smart. I
Yeah.
could see that just sparking conversation
Right.
every year.
Yeah.
You could bring that back. That post alone, you could bring it back every single year.
Right.
Even you can bring it during even twice a year during Halloween, and you can also repurpose it during Valentine's. Like, are you single this year? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Very smart.
And I just think content like that is just the best way to go about it because you're not always chasing what's new. You're not always trying to stay, up to date.
Yeah.
You're not always like you're not trying to be the first all the time to break the news, and you know what I'm saying. Like I can't tell you how many times like the Marvel movies, like the Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. It's like every single time something about that movie comes out, you hop on TikTok. It's like 10 videos back to back. We just got our first look. We just got our first look. We just got our first look. It's like, okay, goddamn, how many first looks do we need? You know what I'm saying?
100%. I can't stand when it's just the same regurgitated conversation.
Yeah.
Even the opener.
Yeah.
You're like, it's almost like you see that when the news did that, like they showcased when every single news outlet across the country was saying the same exact line.
Yeah.
Crazy video where they stitched it all together, and it was like,
Yeah.
that's
Like
not
they was
news.
reading off a
That's script.
Right.
Like that's not news, right?
Mhm.
Like, give us regional news, right? But like, yeah, with that, it's the same thing. Like, give me something interesting.
Right.
Like, obviously, exclusive interviews are great. Only so many people are going to get those, right? Like, I've mentioned before on another episode about Juju's exclusive interview with Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Incredible content, but only so many people are going to get to interview him like that,
Right.
right? If not only one, right?
Right.
So you got to come at it from a different perspective, though. And it's like, okay, hey, just watch this, but this is my conversation. It's not
Yeah.
like, here's my review on the whole movie, or here's my
Right.
spoiler-free review, and here's my non-spoiler-free review. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, everyone's doing that. Give
Like-
me something different.
My best example of that right now, probably The Conjuring Last Rites. So I didn't see the movie yet because I've been too busy. But when the first teaser trailer came out, I think back in like May, as soon as that thing hit internet, trailer reaction after
Yep.
trailer reaction after trailer reaction after trailer reaction. So what I did was, we just got the first teaser trailer for Conjuring Last Rites, and man, this movie looks crazy. But did you know about the real case this movie was inspired by? At that point, I said, F the movie. Let's talk about the case.
Within the first 7 seconds, someone knew
Right.
this
Everybody else
conversation
is talking
different.
about the movie.
Yeah.
to hell with the movie. Let's talk about what inspired the movie.
Yep.
And that video did like 5 million views. I didn't get no invite to none of the special events, but it's all good. You know, I'm not entitled.
No,
It
it's not
would've
even
been nice,
about that.
though.
You're gonna get to that point where you are getting every call.
Yeah.
You know, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, that's the goal.
And so, yeah, that I agree with you though. You're very smart to take something as far as when it comes to content, change it, make it your own, and make it something that, again, I think is really intelligent of you to do, is to make it open-ended in general, to where 5, 10, 15 years from now, someone could go back and have that conversation be relevant to them. So great job for doing that with your content. It's obviously resonating. One thing that I want to go back to as far as some of your content, because I've gone through your content and I've been following you for a little bit now.
Yeah.
One thing you mentioned was like racial biases within social media.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get your take on that, because when you said that, it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But then now making it more relevant to today, have things changed? Has it gotten better? What are you seeing from that perspective?
Things changed in a way, because there actually was a big thing on TikTok before I even got on there, of Black creators expressing their I guess disdain or dissatisfaction with the lack of distribution and Black content being pushed out on the algorithm, and favoritism shown more towards you know other people, you know what I'm saying. And I experienced that a little bit as well when I first got on, because like I was making all these horror videos, and I remember I made like 7 videos about like straight Black culture stuff, and the videos were doing great. Like those were like my best performing videos on the platform at that time. But then one day out of nowhere, all 7 got struck down by TikTok. They just struck them, violated them, muted the video.
Usually it's by someone going in and reporting it.
Yeah, something. I don't know what happened, bro. After that, that was the first time I ever experienced being shadow banned. And I was like, dang, so like I make all this content and nothing ever happens, and then I make a bunch of Black videos back to back. Or it's like every time I mentioned anything about like Blackness or Black this in a horror movie, it was all like the comments immediately got negative. It's like, but if I talked about things in general, everybody was just like laughing along, and but if I made a video that was like
Niche.
like a Black video, the comments were argumentative, they were insulting. This is like, sheesh, it shouldn't be this difficult to just be Black and make a video, bro.
Keyboard warriors just going at it.
But I will say over time I have noticed that the algorithm on TikTok mostly favors it just favors content. You know, it's not like necessarily as racially driven as it used to be, because for anybody to say that it wasn't a bias in the beginning, you're a fool. But now I can say, like, now it's like you can try to pull that card if you want, but it's like you might just suck, and that might just be something you need to accept. Because there are I know white creators who don't get no views. I know Black creators who don't get no views. I know plenty of people from every walk of life who go viral all the time. And I know people from those same walks of lives who probably can't crack 10K on a video on a good day. You know what I'm saying? I will also say, when it comes to the bias, that I think there is a bias still in one area, and that is subject matter.
Okay.
I feel like certain subject matters that come from Black creators are pushed more than others. Things like when relationship topics, anything that openly displays a divide between Black men and Black women, that content gets pushed to the masses. You know what I'm saying? Like it even bombards me on my TikTok, and I don't even engage with that stuff. I have to click not interested all the time, but it goes so viral that it still gets to my algorithm. And it's just like, why is it that all of these conversations within the community, within the culture that can be seen as divisive, why are they so pushed out so strongly? But if you're a Black person and you're making anime content, you might struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the answer to that question, but
I don't think no one does.
I will
bro.
say that when anything, and I will say not just specifically, Black relationship content or whatever, whatever that specific, kind of divided piece of content is, really across the board. And if anything is divisive or anything that's going to split people from one side to the other, It typically goes viral only because of the fact you have so many people engaging and commenting and sharing and be like, hey, hit this post up so we can talk, bad about it. Or then there's other people to say, I'm just commenting so or like my comment so I can come back to this video later, right? And stuff like that. So the more you engage with something, and maybe that's not you specifically, but more that the masses engage with something. And again, the more controversial the topic is, the more it's going to get talked about.
Algorithms love controversy.
100%.
I guarantee you, if you make a video slandering a movie to hell, your review might go way more viral than if you praised it.
Yeah, what's something controversial we can talk about right now?
I just got here.
Craig, let's get him. Craig, let's get a video to go viral. Come on. Yeah. No, we won't. No, we won't go there. We're gonna stay true to ourselves and just make content that's about us.
Yeah.
So goals as a creator. What are you trying to do? You've hit roughly like about 900,000 on TikTok, about 100K on Instagram.
Yeah. So
what are your goals? Like followers are great, but like I think there's bigger goals in a sense, right? Where you want to be in that sense?
Well, honestly, that was crazy. I literally just got the answer to that question like a few weeks ago when I met him.
That's great.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Shout out to Craig.
Yeah, shout out to Craig, man.
Craig. Hey!
Because I feel like I reached what I call my independent ceiling. Meaning I feel like I reached the furthest that I could get by myself.
For sure.
Like with just me and this phone.
The phone.
I feel like I got as far as I could get with just this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as long as I was just the guy with the iPhone, I feel like I was just going to be stuck with making videos, waiting for emails.
For sure.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like I needed that extra hand. I was at the door knocking. I needed somebody to open it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that happened. So now I can say, okay, now I want to get more into like in-person events. I want to get more into event planning. Like having like creator events like I come up with, my show, my podcast that I started today, actually.
Yep. First episode you did today.
I'm on my third Yap session. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to get that going. I actually want to get people on and interview them and stuff like that because that, ironically, that's actually my degree.
Oh, crazy. Communications.
Yeah, I have a degree in mass communications and broadcast production. That's literally my degree. So like me having
Let's put it to work.
Right. So like me having like a radio show, like a podcast is literally what I went to school for. It's like full circle. Like,
I got a degree in managerial and organizational communications.
Yeah.
And then I actually pushed for a minor in PR.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up not finishing the minor, but I kind of went that route and then ended up kind of going more into the marketing and advertising route as well. Yeah. My school was kind of eclectic and kind of liberal artsy in a sense. So got a lot of well-rounded stuff. But yeah, same thing, communications. Yeah. I loved going to the radio station. I never had a radio show at the school, but I loved going in the booth and just playing around with it. And
I remember my senior project, I had to create an hour-long radio segment.
Very cool.
Like a real live radio segment. Like I had to pick songs and everything. I had to like record commercials. And I did that, and that was so much fun. That was the most fun thing I ever did school-wise. In college. You know what I'm saying? School-wise. That was fun. And
but that shows why you're good at what you do. Because that's something that you, like, even in that small moment of just an hour of a radio show or whatever, however, like, that's probably just a semester of time that led to that hour, right?
Yeah.
You got that exposure. Little did you know that 1 hour of time was probably the most beneficial thing that could have helped you with content creation now. Yeah. And then again, starting your own podcast. Like, how cool is that?
Right. Like,
we didn't know back then. Like, I mean, I'm 40. I know you're a little younger than I am. Yeah. So, but it's still at the same time, like when I started going to college was when Facebook was still like only for college students.
Yeah, you had to get invited to Facebook.
Yeah. So like it was a thing like we grew up in a different time. Like the accessibility to communication and mass media nowadays is like so much. Like you talked a little bit about it where in one of the posts about you have no privacy anymore, right? Because it's like, okay, cool. Like with house phones, right? Like when you're talking about house phones, it's like your house phone, people could call you, leave a voicemail if you don't answer. Yeah. And you chose when you got back to them. Then we got pagers, right? And then people are like, all right, I paged him. He didn't get back to me. I could even leave a message in paging with our code of pager code and leave a full message, which hopefully our parents didn't know.
Yeah,
at that
like
time,
back
right?
then, a pager meant call me back when you get a chance.
Yeah, right.
Now a text message is call me back now. I want access to you right now.
Well, on top of, and you went even a little further, which is like crazy. I never even thought about it this way. Is that okay? You get a phone call, right? Okay, didn't answer the phone call. Left you voicemail. Now I'm going to leave you a text. All right, cool. Text went through. Can't tell if he read it or not because I, has that certain part blocked, right?
Read receipts and all that stuff.
Read receipts and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I need to go to Instagram, TikTok, whatever to see if that person has been active and how active have they been and are they ignoring me? It's like crazy.
Yeah,
it is crazy that there's so much accessibility. So I don't even know where we went off that tangent, but either way,
it's actually kind of creepy when you think about it.
Yeah, it really is.
You can go on Facebook and Twitter and see your thoughts. You can go on Snapchat and see what someone's doing actively.
Yeah,
and you can go on Instagram and see everywhere they've been.
So wild.
That's a little stalker adjacent,
the
right?
new Instagram thing with the maps.
They were wild for that.
Like that's been a Snapchat thing for years. But
turn
like
that feature off immediately.
Yeah,
and it pinpointed you like your direct, like exact. Pinpointed.
I was in Hawaii on a family vacation when that went active.
Yeah,
and I pulled it up and I was like, "There's another person in Hawaii that I know."
Yeah,
which is
like
crazy.
They're just like I just believe it's too much access, bro.
Way too much.
Too much access. I don't like it.
I don't know where we were going with that to get to that point, but it's all good. Is moving on. So you have goals as a creator, but what do you want to be remembered for? Because at the end of the day, like we're not going to create content for,
forever,
the rest of our lives or forever, right? You're going to eventually come to the point where you're going to have your last post. What do you want people to remember you for? Whether it be now or obviously years from now.
Let's always remember that if I can make it, anybody can.
Cool.
Literally. Because if I ever gave or like told my full story, everybody would be looking like, how did you not yourself by now? It gets deep. You feel me? I don't seem like it on the surface. A lot of people, you would never guess that I've been through half the stuff I've been through. But I've been through some stuff that would make you like, wow, dude, are you sure you don't need like eternal therapy?
Yeah.
But I'm fine, because I'm here now, and I'm in a place that is so unreal in comparison to where I was just a couple years ago that it makes everything I've been through make sense. And I'm not even like a religious dude, but there are certain stories in the Bible that I like that I draw like relation to.
Okay.
Like
what?
Story of Job.
Okay.
Everything that man went through.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it all, when he had his big win, it made everything that he had went through make sense. Look at a person that's in the gym when they get big and they get cut and ripped up. You see that end result, but you don't know how many nights they had to go to bed hungry because they had already ate all the calories for that day.
I feel that.
Or
Craig and I have been talking about that a lot lately.
Or like, you don't know how bad it was for them when they like got an injury and couldn't work out for a week. You don't like, you wasn't there for that journey. You wasn't there for the muscle soreness, the ice baths. You wasn't there for the injuries. You wasn't there for the vacations and you couldn't go to the gym or all you could do was walk. All you see is them buff, swollen, Mandingo, Aquaman, you know what I mean? That's all you see. But you don't.
It's the front half of a centaur.
Yeah, but you don't
Minotaur, or whatever it is.
You don't remember when they were obese or when they were so skinny that they couldn't, they ain't have no muscle tone. So 100%. It's the same thing with me. Like, I got these followers, every time I come out to LA, I'm like, I literally buy new clothes every time I come out here. Like every time I've seen Craig, I was wearing a fresh outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there was a time where I couldn't do that. Like, I have a shoe collection now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a time when I could not do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at everything that I got going on right now, and I look back at everything that I went through, and I say, I'm glad that happened. I'm really glad that happened. I feel like that was supposed to happen. It's like I was being hazed. It's like, if you stick through it, if you don't give up, as long as you keep going, no matter how bad your life screws you up, if you keep going, there's gonna be something for you on the other end. You just gotta not give up. And I just kept going. And obviously, this is what I was supposed to be doing.
For sure.
So
I mean, you appreciate what you have now, but you only appreciate it so much because of what you've been through.
Yeah.
I think there's a lack of appreciation sometimes when people are handed things and given stuff for whatever reason, and it's not always a bad thing. It's just, hey, like that's...
You don't really cherish stuff that you didn't work for.
Well, and it's not necessarily true. Like some people do, but it just depends on where it came from and maybe the upbringing you had and just understanding that because, let's just say you go to a certain level, right? And then you could then, give that to your next generation, right? They're going to grow up in a way that they have more access to things for whatever reason, right? Yeah. Because of your success. And that's how it should be, right? Generational wealth in a sense, right?
Yeah.
But I think the biggest factor is always going back to that. Okay, you have this. How can I help you understand why you have this? And like, let me go take you back to the neighborhood that I grew up in.
Yeah.
And like really understand that. So, I think that having those trials and tribulations like Job went through to understand what you have today, that's amazing. And it's kind of the premise of this podcast, to be honest. Like, I wanted to go back to people's journeys and start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Everyone always sees, and I started the podcast with this, but everyone always sees the success. Everyone sees where you are today. Or maybe people are going to see you 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully they can still come back to this podcast and be like,
oh, that's how you got here. Yeah.
Who's Stoney? Where did he come from?
Yeah.
How can I appreciate? Because I think people appreciate also real stories, and they appreciate rawness.
I think it's really cool too. Like again, like when I started making content, I used to like always study Juju. I used to study like what he did. Like I never told him this, but my very first movie review, I even held my headphone microphone like he did.
Very cool.
Held it the same way, just so I could try to get that same aesthetic.
Try to be like him,
right?
Yeah.
And to go from that to that person who you imitated,
for sure.
FaceTiming your manager at an event, and now he manages you, and now we on a podcast together, me and him.
Yeah,
I did his show, he did mine.
It's a cool full circle.
When
moment,
3 years ago, I was how he did that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, right?
Yeah. I still see people doing that. I think it's cool. It brings back kind of a nostalgia piece.
I will always say y'all got that from him. I didn't even know that was a microphone.
Yeah. On the headphones, you're like, no, these are just the headphones for and volume. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a microphone. Now, granted, I used to talk on the phone with him.
Yeah,
never crossed my mind.
Didn't know where the mic was.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a microphone.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's a mic? Oh shit! All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that started. I legitimately used to study that man, and then like to now, we at Halloween Horror Nights, and he like, hey man, let's hang out the whole Horror Nights. So now like I'm literally, it was me and Juju and her and his best friend. We were just there.
I think you guys need to get a picture of the two of you wearing the headphones. Just have a picture of you two. I think that'd be a perfect picture, especially even for with a podcast episode, like just having one of those. I think it'd be super cool.
Yeah.
Bring it back to the beginning, and he's gonna know now because he's gonna hear this podcast,
right.
or make sure that he hears it.
That's like a full circle moment. I love it. That's why I say like
I love it.
It's hard to not believe in fate when fate shit be happening.
For sure.
That's actually a pretty cool quote that I just made up on the fly, by the way. It's hard to not believe in fate when fate shit keep happening.
Can we get that on the screen and put like the little Stoney the Great right next? Little.
And what I mean by that is it's hard to not
grab.
And what I mean by that is it's hard to not believe in destiny and fate when there are things that happen that line you up in a way that you know for a fact, like, nah, bro, that worked out too good.
Yep.
To not be some type of manifest destiny, like.
Well, I'm not going to say that there's a common denominator in our producer, Craig. But, Craig, thank you. Because if it wasn't for me literally going to Peer Space to find this space and then just wanted to use it. Things led to things. I mean, we're 28, 29 episodes in.
Craig is Black Jesus.
Oh, man. But he's older than 33, so he's risen. So no, shout out to Craig. Like, I think there's a common denominator there because, again, like, I'm very grateful for the relationship that we've been able to build. That honestly, now that he's your manager and able to have you on the podcast and just that, I didn't know I was going to meet you on a red carpet at some comedy premiere like Greg Berman. If you haven't heard that comedy premiere, go check it out. Exclusive release on Mometu. Very funny man.
That's facts.
Yeah. So, but no, I mean, it's just cool. It's such an honor to have you. We had a great full circle moment. I want to end it there because I would, at least for this segment. But before we get out of this segment, please, right down the barrel there, share with everyone, especially if they're hearing or seeing your face for the first time, hearing your name for the first time. Where can we find you? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is. If you got a website, whatever it is, share with us where we can find you.
It's Stoney the Great everywhere. Only difference is on TikTok is Stoney_the_great. But other than that, Stoney the Great everywhere.
And
YouTube, TikTok.
The with an A.
The with an A.
That's very important.
Very important, by the way.
Most people spell the with an E. So
yeah, the
that's
spelling
a small
of
detail.
Yeah, the spelling of THA was actually inspired by Eazy-E and NWA. If you look back at like the old like Straight Outta Compton, like F the Police, it was spelled THA.
Yep.
If you look at like a lot of those old like 90s West Coast albums, they always spelled THA. Like, I don't know why they chose that spelling.
Yeah.
I just always liked it, so I just made it that with mine.
When you said you were going to come on the podcast, I had messaged different people that are in my circle, and I think I spelled your name 3 different ways. I spelled it Stoney, T-H-E, great, Stoney, T-H-A, great, and then Stoney, D-A, great, because I was just like, there's just different ways of the, duh. Like, I think I got the duh because of the T-H-A, and either way. Stoney the Great, go check him out on TikTok, go check him out on Instagram. Got great content. And obviously, the YouTube page is popping off. And from that YouTube page, you're going to be able to find his new podcast.
Yes.
So go check that out once that drops. Incredible stuff that's coming from that. I love the concept of it. Could you do a quick? Can you mention the podcast, like the kind of the premise of it?
Yeah. So it's called the Post Credit Show. Yeah. Basically, like with Marvel movies, after the show is over with, you stick around for the post credits. In the post credit scene usually gives you like a hint or something that connects it to the next film. And really, the Marvel movies are all connected by their post credit scenes. Those post credit scenes connect the universe. So I took that concept and made it the post credit show because I want my show to be a way to connect me with my viewers and me with industry people, other creators. Just anybody in general, like, after the movie is over with, after the shows are over with, after the event's done, stick around for the post-credit show because we're going to talk about everything that we just saw. That's kind of like the concept of it.
Love it.
Yeah.
And so, be on the lookout for that. Should be in the next, I don't know. 3, 4 weeks, years, months. I don't know. Just stay on the lookout for it. But with that, we will take a quick little break. Shout out a podcast, another one, and then we'll be back with a fun little segment of this or that. So stay tuned. Promoting your podcast is hard, and that's why each week we shout out a different podcast. And this week, I want to spotlight one that really stood out to me. It's called Thank You for Saying No. This show dives into the power of rejection and how hearing the word no can actually open the door to bigger opportunities, unexpected growth, and some incredible life lessons. Each week features honest conversations with people who face setbacks, rejections, and closed doors, but instead of letting it stop them, they found their path forward because of it. It's real, it's inspiring, and it's packed with those aha moments we all need. So if you're looking for a fresh perspective on turning obstacles into opportunities, give Thank You for Saying No a listen. Trust me, it'll change the way you look at rejection. Welcome back to the More For Me and You podcast. We are going to play a little game of this or that. Stoney, you want to play a little game of this or that?
Sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Let's do it.
Awesome. And this or that is brought to you by our friends at Coastline Travel. So if you're looking to book your next flight out here to LA, book a hotel, rental car, whatever you do, excursions, if you want to go to the zoo or go to wherever, the aquarium, I don't know, they do a bunch of different stuff. I don't think they do ziplining in LA, but, want to do ziplining in another country, go to coastlinetravel.com and we can check that out. We have 20 questions that we ask every guest. The first one we ask to every guest is a specific question, and then the other 19 are just kind of fun and tailored to you. And I'm going to be throwing these cards around. They don't fly quite as well as my other ones. Sorry, we got to bear through this stack of discount cards because they were on sale. So, let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Tacos or pizza?
Tacos.
Tacos. What's your favorite taco?
I love a good carne asada taco.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you're gonna, especially visiting LA, you're gonna get a lot of great tacos out here. So
I have a taco truck that I visit nightly.
Oh, while you're here,
and it's called Taco Super Galito on West Carson Street in Torrance. Shout out to my guy, man. I don't know your name, dude, but you make one hell of a chicken carne asada burrito.
Well, the next time you see him, you could share this podcast with him and get you a little shout.
He won't understand a word that I'm telling him, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
There's captions in Spanish on YouTube. By the way, that first card stuck. Oh yeah, it's stuck.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. Right up. No, it's up.
It's
here.
like right there, bro.
On the wire. It's stuck on the wire, bro. It's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we get excited. Sometimes I try to throw them at Craig, so we'll see how it goes. Texting or voice notes?
I have to be careful with my answer because there are two older gentlemen here. But I was going to say, as I age, I prefer voice notes because I be typing. I'm like, yeah. So voice notes. Honestly, bro,
I'm actually getting more into voice notes now.
not even really voice notes, but like really voice to text.
That too.
I use that. I use voice to text a lot.
I just for whatever reason the way I say certain words just never.
Same.
I almost have to like send a separate text, be like,
Yeah.
hey, just a heads up, I'm voice to texting right now, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Sorry if there's any words that are misspelled or said potentially wrong and offensively. Short skits or long form reviews?
Short skits.
Like a short clip, short skits.
Oh, like short form content versus
short
long
form content, long form content. Yeah.
Can I pick both?
You can, but it's kind of this or that. Like what do you prefer? You do both. But,
Short.
Yeah.
Short.
It's fun to do long form stuff. Like it's fun to get kind of into the weeds about certain things.
Yeah.
But yeah, short form kind of typically kicks off a little more too.
Yeah.
Stream at home or go to the theaters?
Always go to the theater.
Yeah.
Always.
And I help run a streaming company, but I love going to the theaters.
Yeah.
There's something about it, nostalgic, whatever.
Yeah.
But we can't let the theaters die. So please go watch the movie in the theaters and then hopefully go watch a movie on Mometu. Slasher films or psychological horror?
Give me a slasher.
Like the slashers? What's your favorite slasher of all time?
Favorite slasher of all time? Definitely Nightmare on Elm Street. That's my favorite, like, overall mainstream slasher.
Yeah.
My favorite underground slasher, Maniac.
Maniac.
Yeah, that movie is brutal.
I have not seen Maniac.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put that on the watch list.
Yeah.
It's a rec list right there. Michael Corleone or Tony Soprano?
Michael Corleone.
I know you're a mob guy.
Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah. Don Corleone for sure.
Yeah. I mean, they're two great answers. There's no wrong. There's no wrong answer.
You couldn't go
but-
wrong either way. But yeah, Don Corleone.
Yeah,
For sure.
just seeing where you lean. It's a longer question, so pay attention.
Mm.
So, would you rather question? Would you rather be trapped in an elevator with a mime or a staircase with a comedian testing new material?
Stuck in an elevator with a mime.
Stuck in an elevator with a mime. So you're in a close quarters with a mime.
And he's just all in my shit.
All
Just-
in your shit. Just
okay.
you not talking, but just doing his miming thing. Or stuck in a staircase where you can go up and down, you can run away, but you're still in a staircase with a comedian that's testing new material.
Give me the mime. As long as this mime is not like Art the Clown, who's really more of a mime than a clown.
That would be a fun mime, actually.
Yeah, as long as
we
he's
need to
not-
get some Art the Clowns on like the Vegas Strip.
Yeah,
doing
as long as
miming.
he's not trying to kill me, because he's shutting the fuck up, so I can. I don't know.
You can get through that elevator being
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah.
Rewatch a favorite or discover something new.
Ooh, Now, I fight with that
Yes.
a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
You can steal that one, by the way, for some content. I think that's an ageless question.
I fight with that a lot. And I'm going to be honest and find something new.
Yeah.
The reason being is because that's what I try to do the most.
Mm-hmm.
I will scroll through streaming apps for hours and not find nothing and just end up on YouTube before I just pull up Old Reliable.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like, unless it's just a day where I'm just like in my room just chilling, and I'll just like throw on Friday or like throw on,
For sure. There's some classics
Friday
you can just
13th,
always go back to.
Yeah, but like on an intentional
Mm-hmm.
kind of like movie night, like, okay, hey, we're gonna go get some food and come home and find a movie. I'm not gonna pull up something that I've seen a lot of times. I'm trying to find something new.
Yep. You were the walk through Blockbuster and find something unique and different kind of guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And we're gonna get to do that in a little bit. So I'm looking forward to the last segment of this podcast. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Horror comedy or serious horror?
Serious horror.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Need that.
Yeah. I do like it, Phil. I do like the like layers of comedy within horror. Like that's big with me.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I can appreciate the scares and all that stuff because of the comedic aspects.
I
think
like
they're needed.
I like horror movies that are funny more than I like horror comedies.
Yeah.
Like
I respect that.
Like it Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, but it wasn't a horror comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think the comedy actually works better when the comedy isn't the focal point of the movie.
I agree with that. 100%. Dance battle or rap battle?
Rap battle.
Yeah.
Easily.
Did you used to rap?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
Do you still rap?
I can.
Can you freestyle?
Yes, actually. Very much so.
Do we want to do this?
No.
No? Okay.
This is not Sway in the Morning.
I was like, I will drop a beat right now. I've been waiting for a guest to do it with too. I just can't wait till the day comes.
Well, you'll get me one day.
Okay. We'll
Just
have you back. We'll have you prepare for the second time. You
Okay.
gotta write something down.
That's
and get something
fine.
going.
That's fine.
We're gonna do something. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Accidentally wave at someone
Ooh.
who wasn't waving at you, right? So accidentally wave at someone who wasn't,
Embarrassing.
or wink at a complete stranger.
Wink at a complete stranger because I'm a flirt. So if she's pretty, I'll be like, I will feel much better doing that than because that's so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. Like when you're waving at someone and then they're actually like looking at someone behind you. You're like,
oh, it's like,
everyone saw that too.
my bad, dog.
So you went to the movies. You doing popcorn or candy?
Candy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had an answer the other day, which I did not know was a thing. Candy in popcorn.
I've seen people put M&Ms in their popcorn.
Crazy.
I have seen that.
It's like a trail mix kind of thing, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
So, some AMCs have like the caramel corn now and the cheddar popcorn. Yeah, it's stale as hell, but it's a good concept though.
Nah. Nope. Can't do it. TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, it's where you got your start.
Yeah.
You know, kind of get going. Authenticity or entertainment value?
I hate that this is a this or that because they are literally 50-50 like necessity. And that's, oh God.
That's why they're fun questions. Get you
Because
thinking.
I've seen the entertainment value work even though the person's full of shit. But I've seen the genuine person not get any traction because they lack the entertainment value.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, which one can you rest your soul with easier? Knowing that you told the truth and you were authentic, or knowing that you just were entertaining? I'll go with the authenticity.
Yeah. I mean, it goes with your brand.
Yeah.
100%. Because we talked about that earlier. Chasing trends.
Yeah.
You're not just trend chaser. You're not a trend chaser.
No.
So. Your laugh goes viral as a ringtone. Or your sneeze goes viral as a TikTok sound.
Give my sneeze.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got a solid sneeze?
Yeah. I have different sneezes. So like I'll escape that one sneeze quickly. I have like the hold in sneeze, the wow, this came out of nowhere sneeze. I have the seasoning sneeze, So yeah. Yeah.
A lot of sneezings for the season.
Yeah, a lot of different variants.
Classic. Such a dad joke. It's so bad. Classic horror or modern remakes?
Classics.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Old school mob movies or modern crime thrillers?
Old school mob movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that Don Corleone.
Yeah, I need to. I like that. I like that.
There's just something that, I don't know, actors today can't do like they did back in the closest thing I could think of was Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
I mean,
But man, we ain't gonna never get another Joe Pesci.
No.
We'll never get another Joe
No.
Pesci. We'll never get another De Niro, bro.
Yeah.
We'll never get another Pacino. You can't copy them dudes.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can bring like influences from people,
Yeah,
but
like,
you'll
but you
never
can't-
get like they're the first.
like you'll never. Nobody can do Tony Montana but Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
Now, not
agree
a
with
single
that.
person on this planet
I agree with that.
can do that.
Oscars or Golden Globes?
Golden Globes.
I love the post. It might have been the same post as the telephone post. That reel that you made was about like one thing that we don't get to do nowadays, or we don't typically do as much, is when everyone got together to watch like an award show
Mm-hmm.
or just for a specific event.
Mm-hmm.
We just have so much accessibility because of streaming that we
Yeah.
don't need to get together.
Mm.
Uh,
You don't even need to watch the whole thing. You just watch highlights and clips.
Yeah, I mean, you even brought up church. Like, I can stream church at
Yeah.
home, and they only brought up that mainly because of COVID. But that became a thing. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, running late today. Do we want to watch it on TV today? And like, it's just getting people together is so important. Post daily or post when it's perfect?
Post daily. You never know when it's perfect.
You never know when something's going to just
You
take
never
off.
know.
Yeah.
You never know.
You overthink it, overcalculate it. You never know.
Right.
And last question of the group. I think I know the answer to it, but it's just kind of fun. If you could swap TikToks with someone for a month, would you swap it with Straw Hat Goofy or Kit Laser?
Kit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You like Kit?
Kit, for sure.
Why?
Peaceful.
Okay.
I do not want to deal with. Listen. Listen.
Yeah. No,
Juju,
that
my
brings
boy.
me. No, that brings me. Yeah.
Juju, my boy, you were way stronger than me.
Yeah.
Because if people tried me the way they be trying him,
Yeah.
I would have got suspended a long time ago.
Yeah.
His ability to just kind of like breeze through that shit is so impressive, because I'd be ready to press my issue. And I even now I have to like watch myself in comments, because I'd be like, fuck you say? You know what I'm saying? But I can't do that.
Yeah. No, I've seen some
Yeah.
stuff that he's had to deal with, and it's just
Yeah,
crazy.
I just
Wow.
definitely give me my boy Kit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
both of those
love Kit's takes.
Yeah, both of those guys are my mutuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been following each other for a while, both of them. And yeah, Kit, man, he cool dude, man. Real peaceful kind of guy. You know,
Yeah.
he don't piss nobody off.
Yeah.
He don't step on toes. You know, he avoids he avoids like offensive hot takes. He just kind of, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely switch with him.
He's got kind of that dad joke relatability that I have too, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like his content a lot. You haven't seen Kit? Dude,
Yeah,
a
he-
lot of cool content, great
Yeah.
takes, very, very straightforward, never sugarcoats things,
Mhm.
but also finds a lot of positivity in everything that he does and is influenced or being a part of and collaborates with.
Yeah.
Really like his interviews. I
Yeah.
think everything about it. And I'm a big fan of you too, Straw Hat. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Kit's cool.
Yeah, real crisp, real. You
Again, not really a wrong answer, but I respect that.
Yeah.
You just don't want to deal with all the keyboard warriors that really
know,
could anger you. So I get it.
people really be like disrespecting the hell out of Straw Hat, man. And
Yeah, it's tough.
it's like, man, y'all don't even know that dude, bro. Like, y'all having like whole dissertation conversations about him as a person, and you don't even know, bro. And like, little do you know, like, outside of this app, he's just a regular dude with a phone, bro. And it's just like, y'all be talking about that man like he's the worst person in the world because he said one thing you don't agree with. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And again, one of the reasons why we started this podcast was to have people on to share their stories, to share who they were, because a lot of people just see what he's doing now, right? They're seeing what you're doing now. They don't get a chance to get to know you and why you actually started doing what you're doing. So thanks for playing this to that. With that, and we'll be right back.
Being a small business is difficult, and that's why each week we've decided to shout out a different small business, and they literally have no idea that we're doing this. This week, we've chosen Sinister Brew Coffee. Now, if you're into some spooky flavors, you definitely need to check out this horror-themed coffee company. Go check them out at sinisterbrewcoffee.com. And with that, let's jump back into the pod.
All right, welcome back to the More For Me and You podcast. I'm here with Stoney the Great. Stoney, we typically have our guests pick a movie on Mometu. We have over 10,000 titles that we go through on the app, or have you go through and just look through and see something that, hey, this kind of stands out. Let's go and watch it together. Yeah. We'll do a spoiler-free review. You had a really cool idea, and I think I want to run with it. So can you tell everyone what the idea is and what we're going to do?
Basically, instead of me coming in with the list of movies, we're going to find some movies together. So we're going to give you like a first-person view of our phones as we scroll, and we're going to find the movies together.
Yep. I thought it was a great idea, and I think
like scrolling through Blockbuster as a family.
Yeah, no, I think the nostalgia aspect of that is perfect for going through and just finding the deep cuts, things that are typically not shown on other apps, or at least just not to the forefront sometimes. So the idea behind Mometu and what we're trying to accomplish as an app is the name More For Me and You comes to mind because we want to give more opportunities for filmmakers to have their content be seen, especially independent filmmakers. But then the me is actually us sitting on the couch with our viewers like yourself and like everyone listening, that you can get an experience that is hand curated because we don't use AI. So all of our content is actually done by our team. So how you see it is how I see it, is how Craig sees it. And every time you come to the app, it's different because we change it around. We use some randomizers and stuff like that. But as far as like where you're seeing the rails of like content, the types of content, the genres, the niches, all that stuff, we do all that by hand. So we do that in a way because we want to expose you to unique content, right? So I'm over here and I'm scrolling down, and your picture-in-picture should be blocked out right now, right? The top thing because of yeah, that's blocked out because we're screen recording. So usually there's a trailer kind of thing going on there. And when you go to the app, the cool thing about that is that we're showcasing like the top 25 or 30 trailers that we have at the time or what we want to showcase. So maybe that inspires you to find something that is unique and different. You're like, oh, that's kind of a cool trailer, right? Yeah. Some people don't like trailers, so it is what it is. But as you're going on this, so we got From the Minds of Mometu, some different things here. We obviously got like a section here for terror films. So big horror fan, Terror Films has a lot of really cool horror. So you can just go there and just kind of scroll through. We got Hell House LLC, Hostage, some other stuff that's on here that you may or may not have heard of. We got some golden age stuff. Sleuth or Stream, one of my favorite, actually kind of more intro to horror films on here is Stupid Games. So check that out. Under $10,000 film. We premiered that March of last year, March of last year, and it was just incredible premiere. They won a Telly Award. Actually got a gold in the Telly Award. So, but again, you kind of go through and you kind of get exposed to just some stuff that's different. High Noon Heroics, which is all kind of classic Westerns, some animation stuff here. K-Funny, which is all Spanish content. Yeah. And so a big mix. But let's just say for you specifically, you wanted to get into a specific niche or a specific genre. You just right on the bottom there, click movies. Or if you're on your TV, you kind of scroll over to the left and you have this whole section of just genres, vibes, or which is kind of niches. Yeah. And world cinema. So you want to go to horror, you can click on horror. If you want to go to classics, great. You go down to vibes, you can kind of get into the golden coming of age stories. If you want to kind of keep it light, we got stuff that's historical. We got black voices, so a whole section just created towards just black content, whether it be also not just like domestically, but also international. We have stuff from like Nollywood and a whole mix of stuff, found footage, right? And then again, if you want to get into the world, like say Korean cinema, a lot of people love Korean cinema. You can just click there and you're just literally in a whole world of just Korean content. So I'm scrolling. It's going to look different for you, but what kind of stands out for you as you're kind of going through this app?
All right. Well, let's get this Stoney watch list together. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
So boom, I am in the most popular horror section. First movie that I see that gets me, I'm a poster guy. You feel me? So if the poster catches my attention, I'm checking it out. First thing I see is Swoon.
Yes.
Let's see what this movie's about. When a woman awakens tied to a bed, her captor tries to manipulate her into believing they are a couple in love with a wedding on the way. That's going on my watch list. I don't know about y'all. I think y'all should put it on your watch list.
Yeah, we actually just had that filmmaker on one of our recent episodes,
Hey.
Byron Manuel. He just won a couple awards actually with this film. He actually won the best screenwriting
Word.
at the Misho Film Festival.
Yeah, I gotta get bro on the post credit show.
What's that?
I gotta get bro on the post credit show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll get you there.
All right, cool.
Byron, if you're listening or not, I'll share it with you. We'll get you on the show. Yeah, and then he also won Best Picture for the U.S. feature in the Echelon Studios International Film Festival as well. So that was a recent win. But yeah, incredible film. Definitely need to check that one out.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
I actually saw this one. It's called Nefarious.
Yes.
Nefarious. Man, this guy is like a psychiatrist, and he's like interviewing this dude who's like a convicted murderer.
Yeah.
But the guy who's the murderer is basically claiming his innocence because he's saying that he was possessed
Yes.
when it happened. And the interviewer is basically talking to this guy for the whole movie, and it just gets so deep into the conversation. It's actually crazy. And then at the end of it, I can't spoil that part, even though it's in the description.
Yeah, leave it to.
I'm gonna just let y'all find it. But yeah, it's
definitely
called
check it out.
Nefarious. It's also on Mometu. You should definitely check it
And
out.
it's very dialogue forward.
Very dialogue forward.
Yes.
So
So
don't
be aware of that.
Yeah, so I will say going to that movie, do not expect like jump scares, ghostly entities. Don't expect any of that stuff. It's basically one long, daunting podcast. in a
Podcasts are
way.
fun. I like podcasts.
Podcasts are fun, but not this one. Nefarious was terrible.
This one will mess with your mind.
It
a
will,
little bit.
yeah, it will have you questioning things.
For
But,
sure.
but basically, yeah, it's set up like a really screwed up podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
One that stands out for me, and I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but Open 24 Hours. If you haven't seen that one, it's about this girl who's got this like psychological issue going on in her head that because of a previous relationship.
Mhm.
Don't want to tell you that the details of that, but she ends up going to work at a gas station at the overnight shift. And it open 24 hours, obviously. So she has the night shift. She's out of like rehab in a sense, and it's like the only job she can get in town. So incredible. Has psychological aspects of it, but definitely has some slasher aspects to it. It's a little bit of everything.
It looks like y'all also have some type of documentaries as well, like horror documentaries, like this one. I just ran across the cover art. Got me. It's called Hellacious: The Making of an Indie Horror Film.
Yes.
Basically, it takes a behind the scenes look at what it takes to make a horror film on a budget. It's
Yep.
cool. Features behind the scenes, interviews, scenes from the movie, and animated segments that aid in telling the inspirational story of the making of Debbie and. It just says Debbie and.
Their metadata is a little longer, so on mobile it may not show it all the way. On TV, you'll see it. But Debbie and the Devil.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so, yeah, Hellacious actually made by our friends of ours that we actually they're an independent small outlet out of LA called W7 Studios.
Mhm.
And Nas Red is one of the guys there. He's a really cool guy. He always wears like red outfits, like red cloaks, red hat.
Mhm.
Nas Red is awesome. But I typically see him at a lot of different events. But yeah, they're just a smaller kind of boutique, outlet production studio that specifically focuses on horror content.
That's good.
Yeah, great people.
You want to get one, or I want me to get the next one?
I mean, I can go through. This is all horror stuff, So like in Wicked Wit, one film that I've actually the poster always sticks out to me. At least what I'm on my screen here is Glowsies. So Glowsies, it has like this like trauma vibe to it, and Glowsies is about like let me just read the description for you guys. But an ancient and evil extraterrestrial slime that was buried in a remote Colorado canyon eons ago is returning to life. While the military and various government agencies and players trip over themselves to control it, it falls on the watchdogs and aging something. Because again, mobile cuts it off a little bit. But again, this is very trauma-esque, very like the slime, radioactive. It brings back vibes of like Class of Nukem High, if you've ever seen those movies.
Yes.
The Class of Nukem High Part 2, Part 3, the Subhumanoids, actually directed by my dad, which is crazy. So yeah, I was waiting for your reaction to that. You didn't know that. Yeah, my dad directed a few trauma movies. So yeah, kind of cool, right?
Wow.
Learn something new about people every day, right? But yeah, my favorite collection on here, at least, well, there's two. One is terror films. I'm a big fan of the terror films collection because again, you got Hell House in there, you got the Deborah Logan film.
Fantastic found footage movie, by the way.
Yes. There's a lot of really cool games in here. Like one called Followers. It's a UK kind of found footage hybrid film, which is really, really cool. So definitely check that out. Just a ton of terror films that are on here. Perfect for October. A lot of incredible content in there. My other section, that at least within the horror, before I kind of get out of this area, is the Echoes from Elm Street. And so we have a lot of really cool, like classic cinema, right? But in the horror genre, right? So Diabolique, going through here, Night of the Living Dead, House on Haunted Hill, White Zombie, a lot of titles that you'll be familiar with. The Stepford Wives, Nosferatu, so the original, and obviously then people see on my screen we got the original Halloween on here. So a lot of really cool films that we've highlighted over the couple years that we've been out to the public here. The Stepfather. So again, this is a whole section that you could literally spend the entire month watching. And one of my all-time favorites, Slumber Party Massacre.
I love that one, man.
Such a fun one. Just clicked on something randomly, but yeah. So that's that. I'm gonna pop out of horror. What's another section that you're seeing that just kind of came up?
What got me was the Crouching Tiger section.
Yes.
There's a whole section under the vibes category because, like you said, vibes is like niches, right?
Yes.
So there's a vibe category called Crouching Tiger, and it's literally like martial arts films out the wazoo. Like they even have all the Bruce Lee movies where Bruce Lee's name was on it, but there was no Bruce Lee in the movie. Like Bruce Lee's greatest secret.
Mm-hmm.
There is the Big Boss. That is a Bruce Lee movie. Bruce Lee the Invincible. Like this is crazy. I haven't even seen half of these since the mom and pop VHS store days. Where'd you get these?
We can't reveal our secrets.
That's crazy.
We just we have a lot of great relationships with distribution companies. Over 25 different distribution companies that we work with, and
they have the Ninja Death trilogy. Wow,
does it bring you back?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That resonates with you.
It does.
Something else within the vibes. I have to click on Black Voices. Big fan of this section, and one of the filmmakers that I want to highlight here was actually someone we had on our podcast recently. Oh, there's the I am the captain now, Barkat Abdi. Let's see if I can find here. Oh, here's a film that actually we premiered called An Electric Sleep. I don't know if you see that one on your screen there, but An Electric Sleep. It's up in the top there in the Black Voices section. It's a sci-fi thriller that we actually premiered. I'm trying to find. Here's one of them. So The Gods 2. The Gods 2, The Dark Side. There's the original, which is The Gods. And then there's another one that should be on here somewhere. Anonymous is made by Mikkel. So Mikkel Shannon Jenkins was our guest. He was on Paper Tigers. And then we had also there's another one from him, Kilo Valley. But I'm trying to find the one that he did with his son, which is called Young G. It looks like Young, but an apostrophe in between. There's The Gods. But Young G, if you see that on here, there it is, finally. Young G. Really cool, kind of coming of age, high school, senior prom type, age demographic, but really cool film. That the thing that I love about Mikkel is that he actually brings all of his like acting crew together from like the different acting classes that he hosts. So he puts on the acting classes, and then the people that deserve to be in the film, he not only brings them on the film, but he SAGs them too. So they get their SAG card by being in his film. So it's like a really big deal to like get into one of his films. Even though they're lower budget films, he gets people's careers started by just getting them a card. So hats off to him. I'm really a big fan of Mikkel. Known the guy for like 20 years though. So he's like family now. Yeah. So
also in the Black Voices section, we got Jackie Brown. That's a gem. Good job on that one.
Thank you. That's our team. It's not just me, but I'll take all the kudos. Appreciate that. If I'm sure if you saw the world cinema section, but there's a lot of like world cinema. So if you want to get into like Korean cinema, got a lot of K-dramas in there, a lot of really cool stuff. Stuff from Hong Kong. There's some actually the stuff that we have from Korea and from Hong Kong. A lot of them are like bigger budget films. They're just, again, we call it underserved content.
Yeah.
Because obviously domestically, independent films are underserved. They're underrepresented. But then as far as world cinema, there's a lot of films that don't actually make it over to the States.
Yeah.
Or if they are, they're on very, very niche platforms. You can't get them on kind of the overall. So like within Korean cinema, we got The Policeman's Lineage, which is a really cool film with Choi Woo-shik. Choi Woo-shik is the younger guy in Parasite.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like actually plays like a young cop in this film. It's kind of a Korean training day in essence.
Okay.
Really cool film. And then in the Hong Kong section, I'm not sure if it'll be on the top here or not. Well, Project Gutenberg, phenomenal. People can see that on my screen. That one's really great. But then there's Shockwave 2. And Shockwave 2 was like an incredibly profitable film, like hundreds of millions of dollars made in the box office over in Hong Kong. But we have that on the platform. And so really high quality stuff that's kind of like studio level, but just underrepresented here in the States. So stuff to check out.
Also, a pretty stacked Nollywood section as well.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, that's Nigerian cinema. That's honestly something that you don't really find on a lot of streaming networks. I don't even think Tubi has that.
They might.
Because
not sure.
Tubi got everything.
Tubi has everything.
This
They
is
have
like Tubi adjacent, like Tubi's cousin. Like
in essence, if you want to look at it from a Tubi standpoint, we are kind of a hand curated Tubi, but in the early days, right? Tubi's been around for 15 years or so. We're kind of in the beginning stages of where Tubi was when they started out, but then kind of bringing on some stuff that is and highlighting stuff that they typically don't anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I want to highlight real quick, at least on my screen. We do have a section for shows. So we have some independent shows, but also some kind of classic stuff that like maybe our parents would be really into. So we have like a whole vintage TV vault, Petticoat Junction, the Beverly Hillbillies, Dragnet, the Lucy Show, some stuff that like would really resonate with like older audiences. So if you want to give your parents or grandparents a stocking stuffer this year, download the Mometu TV for free on their television for them. The Milton Berle Show, so some really cool stuff there. But we have some independent shows in there, Dark Encounters, which is kind of more of a ghost hunter type film. And then we have show. And we have a really cool film, I keep saying film, but really cool show called The Pact. And if you haven't checked The Pact out, you should definitely do it. It's only 7 episodes. It's a short series.
The Pact. But
survivors in a post-apocalyptic world try to find the cause of miasma, whatever that is. It's obviously in the show. A mysterious fog that drives victims insane, and obviously stop it. So got to stop the miasma from taking over people's minds. And the whole poster is just like this big fog cloud kind of coming over. So really cool there. And then last but not least on the app, I just want to kind of showcase it slightly. I don't know why it's not populating.
Because I wanted to bring something up
Here we
too.
go.
That's my last thing. There's a little bit of nostalgia on this app as well.
Go for it, yeah.
Because you go on that top left and you do the drop down.
Yes.
You click on this thing called channels.
Yes.
And it's like the old 2000s like TV guide.
Yes. These are called fast channels.
Yeah.
Free ad-supported television.
Yeah. So like if you don't want to scroll through the streaming service and find a movie yourself, you just kind of want to put something on or just kind of let the TV pick for you.
Yeah.
Channels. It's like a whole TV guide right here.
It's the lean back experience.
Yeah.
Right. So we have some really cool stuff from our friends at Electric Now. Electric Now is a channel that's all sci-fi. They do have some horror stuff in there, but action, sci-fi, and fantasy are kind of really what they're best known for. And the series that they're actually really known for is called The Librarians.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen The Librarians, check that out. Really cool series that's been going on for I think over a decade now.
We got Lights Out.
Lights Out Sports. So Lights Out Sports is actually Sean Merriman. If you're a football fan, Sean Merriman was Lights Out. Played for the Chargers, linebacker. That's his channel. It's all live fighting, so MMA fighting. We can't really see it on this screen right now because we're screen recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, some cool stuff there. Galaxy TV, which is a lot of independent cinema. We have some A to Z channels. So A to Z is like A to Z Best Classic, A to Z Western, A to Z Horror and Cult. Kind of a whole mix of that stuff.
The crime flicks on here.
Crime Flicks is phenomenal. Yeah, that's a channel that is, again, crime thrillers, just all crime stuff. And JBTV, if you want to listen to some music, some cool kind of MTV vibes in a sense.
Yeah.
More VH1, I would say, than MTV. But yeah, just a mix of stuff. Afroland TV, big fan of that channel. Our friends over at Otera and Afroland TV put that together. Shout out to my friend Michael Mapanga for starting that channel. He's the founder of that channel. but Afroland TV is literally black cinema for black people, but specifically raising up African voices and sharing them with the states. So some really cool Nollywood stuff that's there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Mometu, man. This is it. Like,
and there's even a channel for our LGBT sisters
Yes.
and brothers, Cinepride.
Cinepride.
Yeah, so
Yep.
there's a channel for them as well. So something for everybody,
Really a channel for everyone.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is just, you kind of get a chance to kind of go through, get exposed to content you never typically knew existed, never knew you loved, and just get a chance to also dive into stuff that you really want to get into, right? So this coming season, we got a great horror page. Go check it out. Mometu. Thanks for doing that, dude. That was a great idea, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah, happy to share the app with people. And maybe we can have you on next time, another time. We can go over like a specific movie, because I'd love to get your take on like a specific film and kind of go a little deeper into one film.
Yeah.
Just to see. I love listening to your takes. I want to hear them live.
Yeah, I want to
think it'd be
get
kinda
in.
fun.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about Swoon. That poster got me.
So good.
It just like I said, I'm a poster guy. You know,
Yeah.
I work off. There's honestly probably a lot of good movies that I like skipped over because the poster didn't get me.
Yeah.
But that's a poster that if you never told me about that movie and I was just scrolling, I probably would have stopped and looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually one other film I want to recommend to you, put on your rec list, is Bittertooth. So we did have the director of Bittertooth here as a guest, Monty Light. But Bittertooth, it's about podcasting. So it's like true crime podcasters that talk, but then they actually go out to find the local killer in their area that one of the girls had an actual experience with. And the end, you will get so giddy over the end. I will just, as a horror fan, you will just be all about it. So definitely check out Bittertooth, and go check out Monty Light's episode too, because we had a great time on that episode. So
For sure.
but yeah, dude, thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing a little bit about yourself, and can't wait to check out your podcast as well.
Yeah,
But again, if you're not familiar with Stoney the Great, go check him out on TikTok, Instagram, Stoney the Great, THA, not THE, THA, the Great. And we'll have you back on again. But yeah, looking forward to checking out what you guys do on your podcast as well. So
for sure.
Awesome, bro. With that, we're out.
All right, y'all. Y'all be easy breezy and smooth and don't do nothing I wouldn't do, which ain't much.
Thanks for spending your time with us today on the More For Me and You podcast. If you've made it to the end, we appreciate you. Now, go do us a quick favor. Please like, comment, and share this episode. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode with the incredible guests we have coming up. You can also follow us at Mometu Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. Oh, and for your next movie night, check out the Mometu app. It's free and packed with amazing movies and shows you've probably never seen. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the pod.